I paid attention or invested in the game. So it wasn't until I got to know Sydney that I was forced to know more about the game, because he was very passionate about it. And yeah, being my person, you get to be passionate about the things they're passionate about as well. Yeah.
At this point, do you think you go to learn the rules or the laws of the game? Like up
No,
and
everything.
under, 50-22?
I know what a 50-22
You know what a 50-22 is? Yeah?
Yeah, I know a few. Okay, there are times where you really see certain things and you're like, okay, I really don't understand what that is. Like, I'm not yet there. But yeah, there are those that you know.
And as a person, because as a person as well, you need to move on. How are you coping with that, and where are you in a recovery perspective?
Recovery is I think it's very soon to call it
very
recovery.
Soon. Yeah.
There is not any bit of recovery in me yet. You could say coping. I'm just learning how to cope.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm an introvert.
Okay.
Very much, by the way. I'm an introvert. And it's only this rugby fraternity that has tried to bring out that bit of extroversy in me. But I'm an introvert. I like to be alone. I like to spend time with my friends and family, closed friends and family, close circle.
Positive messages, but then again, some of the negative things. I mean, there were some comments that were said by a person like Kasuku. I don't know, I'm sorry if I'm just giving you new information, but how are you coping with that? Did you go on a social media blackout? How did you handle that?
I was watching everything.
You were watching everything? How? Yeah, Ruben Kihumuro is my name at the Kings Park Arena here, the Rujumba Sevens, the culmination of day 2 after epic rugby. But beyond the rugby, we want to have different conversations, just addressing a couple of issues, telling stories, and getting to know different perspectives of so many of the other things that are within the game of rugby and the personalities around them. And with me today is a very special guest. Special why? Because we are at the grounds of a team that she supports, a team that has become family, but also a team that her late partner played for. Rose. Rose, how are you?
I'm alright.
You're alright?
Yeah.
You know, in Uganda, we have a default where when someone says, how are you? You just say, I'm alright. So they always tell us to ask a second time, Rose, how are you?
Surviving.
You're surviving. Understandable. And yeah, so much has been going on about the stories with the late Sydney and everything, but we want to just take a bit of a different spin on it and understand you as a person. Of course, these conversations will be coming throughout the stops with different personalities as we are trying to, in partnership with Nile Special, celebrate different people for their efforts, different people for what they are to the sport of rugby, and also to get people outside there to understand what it's all about. So Rose, I think my first question to you would be, on a day like this when Pirates are hosting the Rujumba Sevens, one of the themes of the Rujumba Sevens is of course a memoir of many players that have been a legacy to the game. And of course, Sydney being one of those that was part of the team that won last year, and the team has been able to defend it this year. You had initially told me you are not planning to watch rugby this weekend. So you being here, what emotions does it evoke out of you? What's on your mind?
Very anxious.
Anxious?
Yeah. Being here always makes me very anxious. And it's not a good feeling. And watching the game now, you no longer only feel the pressure.
Yeah.
You feel a bit of pain, so it gets really hard to watch the game. But it doesn't mean that I don't like rugby anymore. I don't love the sport, but I think I just need some time to like heal certain parts before I can fully come back into the game.
Yeah.
Or into actively supporting.
Yeah, we definitely can't envision the level of healing you need to do. But of course, as you as a person, looking at Pirates, how did you get to be a part of Pirates? How did you even get part of rugby? Because rugby is such a niche sport that not everyone knows. I mean, you can go to downtown and people have never even heard of rugby in Uganda. So how did you get to be a part of this game, and particularly Pirates? Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney, when me and him started talking, I think everyone around Sydney knows rugby because of him, because you cannot be there. And
so you knew him before the rugby?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Though I knew the sport, because in the schools I've been to, Chambogo College, they used to play rugby, but I had never paid attention or invested in the game. So it wasn't until I got to know Sydney that I was forced to know more about the game, because he was very passionate about it. And yeah, being my person, you get to be passionate about the things they're passionate about as well. Yeah.
At this point, do you think you go to learn the rules or the laws of the game? Like up and under, 50-22?
I know what a 50-22
You know what a 50-22 is? Yeah?
Yeah, I know a few. Okay, there are times where you really see certain things and you're like, okay, I really don't understand what that is. Like, I'm not yet there. But yeah, there are those that you know. Yeah.
I don't know if you relate with this, but I'm the kind of person, when I'm going through maybe or trying to recover from something that was maybe a low point, I don't like many people coming to me and saying sorry, what. And if you notice, I tried not to do that to you on the few times we have met.
Yeah.
But is that one of the reasons why you perhaps don't like to be amongst the crowds?
That's very much part of the reason. Yeah. And some might not like you, some might not come to say sorry, but they look at you with that gaze of and you're like, you start feeling out of place immediately. Immediately you step into a place, you're like, this place is no longer safe for me. So yeah, it's part of the reason as to why I don't want to be in the anymore.
Yeah, but of course with everything and how people have been, I want to say it was a very unfortunate situation, but it also brought out a lot of positives.
Yeah.
There was a common unity amongst the rugby community. Usually guys are loggerheads. My team is better than yours, blah, blah, blah. This banter that sometimes is borderline, but generally the concept was everyone came together. But what was that one thing during that period that you understood about the rugby community? What did it show you?
Should I call it togetherness? Like, I saw people from different clubs there, hands-on, especially at the event, at the service here. I saw people who are not in our club really being hands-on, like through everything. And throughout that moment, I saw how everyone put aside the banter. There was not a single person who was trying to mock Pirates for what had happened, or trying to mock anybody. At that moment, everyone was suffering uniform loss, and it was so kind to see, like, okay, these people are really kind people. Besides everything, they are loving. People poured out for him, and it was just painful at that moment. Like, you didn't know all these people love you like this or can come through for you like this. But yeah, it was beautiful to see that the rugby fraternity was that hands-on on everything, like putting all clubs aside, all hatred aside. Everyone was one in that moment. Yeah.
So how does recovery look for you at this stage now? I know it's been maybe a month or so, something like that. How does recovery look like for you? How are you trying to find happiness? How are you trying to move on as a person? Because as a person as well, you need to move on. How are you coping with that, and where are you in a recovery perspective? Recovery
is I think it's very soon to call it
very
recovery.
Soon. Yeah.
There is not any bit of recovery in me yet. You could say coping. I'm just learning how to cope.
Yes.
Yeah. My friends have really come through for me a lot. I have people who keep trying to get me out of the house. Because being at home is really hard. That's when everything, dawns on you in your mind. Your mind does a lot of thinking when you're at home. So what I'm doing a lot is trying to be outside a lot. I see people complaining, why is she outside? She needs to take some time off. But actually, the outside is what is keeping me sane.
Yeah.
Because when I'm at home or when I'm alone, oh my God, it's crazy. But yeah, I'm doing that. I'm trying to be out a little more. Though I'm trying to change the environment from this environment, because this environment does not help much.
Yes, I understand that. It makes
So I'm
sense.
trying to change environments, try to be out a little more often, try to spend time with family more. My child. Wow.
Yes.
He's doing a lot of healing. He's doing a lot because given the fact that he's a baby, he doesn't know anything and his life has just started. And for him, he's just living. He's just realizing things, life, everything. He's very active, very energetic. He's a lot like his dad. So sometimes you're there sad and he does something and you just laugh and you just
and I
forget.
think you
for that
also,
moment you forget everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think at some point you also have to prepare yourself mentally for that conversation with him. Like I used to see this you know, when they're young, they see people. I used to see him around, but I no longer see him around. So that preparing yourself for that conversation as well.
Yeah, I don't think it's about to come anytime soon because he has not yet even understood that there is someone who I used to see that is no longer there. Like he's that young. He does not understand. Simply out of sight, out of sight, out of mind.
Yes.
But I know I have to prepare for that conversation, and maybe by the time we get there, I'll be in a much better space to, you know, have that conversation with him.
Yeah, and how is motherhood treating you now that, unfortunately, it has made you a single mother?
It's okay. Not much has changed, apart from the emotional part.
Yeah.
The rest is the same things, the same stuff I was doing. But that's just the emotions. Sydney was a very, very supportive partner. Like even when he's not around, he's the kind of person you're going to call. Your son has done this, your son has done this, your son this, your son this. And just being able to talk to someone about that was helping a lot, a lot. So now going through certain things without having someone to complain to, rant to, or tell, like the moment he does something and you're excited and you're almost about to text and you're like, oh yeah, there's no one to text, there's no one to tell this. I used to send him streaks a lot about him. Sometimes you record something and then you realize, yeah, you can't forward it to him. Yeah, that has really been painful. Yeah, but I know with time we shall get there. We shall get there.
But aside from all that, who is Rose as a person?
Rose is a very, very...
What does Rose like to do? What are those things? Maybe favorite food? Like, we also want to sorry to say this, maybe to seem a bit crude slightly, but we don't want that to be the only thing people know about Rose. Yes, because there is a whole different Rose.
True.
Yes.
Rose is a young girl. I won't say my age.
No.
But she's a very young girl. And I am currently, I studied clearing and forwarding. Professionally a clearing agent, though I'm not working at the moment in that field. I like to be alone.
To be alone.
I'm an introvert.
Okay.
Very much, by the way. I'm an introvert. And it's only this rugby fraternity that has tried to bring out that bit of extroversy in me. But I'm an introvert. I like to be alone. I like to spend time with my friends and family, closed friends and family, close circle. I can't say I really like to party or be out there. No, that's a lie. I just do that for the plot.
For the plot.
For the plot. But yeah, I just like simple things. I like swimming. I like going out to eat. I like what else?
I don't know what you like.
Oh, I like dressing up. I like looking good. I like taking care of myself. Other things have disappeared right now. But I'm a very simple person, by the way. Very, very simple person.
Yeah, and of course, as we start to conclude, we are in an age where we are talking about mental health. We are talking about how people cope with things. But this whole experience, what has it taught you about yourself? What has it taught you about handling such moments? What have you really discovered within yourself from the unfortunate situations?
I think what I really got to understand is how strong one can be. Like looking back at certain moments, you'd think like, if this ever crossed my path, I would die. But with the way everything has happened and the way I've felt and the way I've handled situations, I think I'm a little more stronger than I thought. Maybe it's just God who has helped me be strong, but I've realized that I'm a little stronger than I thought I was. But then I've also realized I don't like being in the public eye. I knew I don't like it, but this has made me realize I hate it. I hate it.
All the attention that came with it.
I hate it. Oh my God. not in a bad way, guys. It's just I'm a very, very conservative person, and I feel like it keeps breaking my boundaries, and it bothers me. Like, I like to be in a place and no one knows I'm there. I like to be in situations and no one knows she's there, she's doing this, but now has been a little too much. And people are in my business and I don't like people in my business. I've gotten to realize that I actually hate. In case I had any plans to try to be an influencer, that has showed me that it can't work. It won't work.
And with things like social media, especially around that time, how are you coping with social media? Of course, there were so many things that came around from, of course, the wave of positive messages, but then again, some of the negative things. I mean, there were some comments that were said by a person like Kasuku. I don't know, I'm sorry if I'm just giving you new information, but how are you coping with that? Did you go on a social media blackout? How did you handle that?
I was watching everything.
You were watching everything? How? You know, they actually tell celebrities, okay, you're not a celebrity, but I'm giving you an example. Celebrities are not advised to actually read their own comments. That's why most of them have managers that actually do that and then pick and choose what is valuable for them. Maybe feedback, but then, of course, knowing social media, there is so much that is also negative. You are reading all that stuff and taking it in.
Most of it.
Isn't that too much for a person?
It is, but I think in that moment, in that first week, I was numb. So I was watching all these things like I'm watching someone else's life, not mine. So, and I was trying so much to look for something to help me find that thing in me, that feeling, so that I understand what's really happening to me. So that's why I was watching everything as there throughout everything. I was trying to understand what's really happening. So I just found myself watching everything with no particular emotion. I was just saying like, oh, they're talking about this person.
You must have a thick skin.
I don't actually. I'm a very weak babe. I'm a very weak chick. That's what I'm saying. Like in that moment, I realized, I can be strong, but not so much. I think it's just the emotion at that moment as more numb than as not feeling what I would normally feel. Normally I'd be dying, like, oh my God, this person said this about me, oh my God, I cannot sleep. But in that moment, it's like I would see it, and in the next moment, I've forgotten that someone has said that about me or said that. So it was a struggle. It was a coping mechanism as well, seeing that, trying to tell my mind, this is you they're talking about, this is you they're talking about. But I think, with time, it is coming. With time, it is coming. Now, when I land on a video, my heart first beats, why am I on TikTok? I'm like, oh yeah, me, right, this, okay, Before, it was just like I'm watching someone else. But now, when I land on a video about me or anything, my heart first beats like, why am I out there?
And of course, there are people that are going to watch this. There are people that have done a lot, big and even small, but the people that have at least tried to do something or be there or do what. So I want, if you have a message to share with them, share it. But also, people that are possibly going through something similar, what would you say to them? So just those two aspects as we close.
I'll start with people who are going through something similar. There's nothing anyone can ever tell you that can make you feel better. But I think you just get to a point where you realize life has to move on.
Life has to move on.
Unfortunately, painfully, life has to move on. And you just have to look for those aspects in your life that can help you hold on to. Like I said, I'm holding on to my child a lot. And my mom. You just find those aspects and those people to just hold on to give you a bit of hope. I don't want to say it gets better. I myself don't know if it really does. But I hear they say it gets better.
Yeah.
So the hope that it gets better and the hope of these little things that you like or you treasure in life should help you keep you afloat.
Yeah.
Then for everyone who has helped, there's something me and Sydney used to talk about, his social capital.
Yes.
He has a lot of social capital. So he used to say, I can't wait for a day when I'll use my social capital. Like I have my people, I've built relationships that I cannot wait for one day when I'll be able to use these people. So unfortunately he didn't ever get to, but I have experienced that.
Is social capital transferable? Because now it looks like it's yours.
Exactly. I am benefiting from his social capital right now, and oh my God, it's overwhelmingly nice. I cannot thank everyone enough for everything they've done for us. Every single way they've come through, people have sent messages, people have sent financial help, oh my God, it's so beautiful. I have people who just knew him from school, primary, what, reaching out, Like, okay, that also speaks of the kind of person he was.
Yeah.
Like, for people to be that, they last saw him in school. They last heard about him then, but they are very touched. Some people came to me with stories. Oh, he did this to me. He helped me with this. That is why I'm really grieving with you. People are very, very supportive in this period, and I'm really, really thankful to everyone. It means a lot. You people actually kept me sane. I cannot even say that enough. Every single message, every single positive word, every single positive statement has kept me very, very sane in this period. Yeah, knowing that the person, and it has also taught me a lot about the kind of person you should be when you leave, because the people you leave behind are going to either benefit from the kind of person you are or
not.
Don't.
Yes.
Yeah? And the fact that he was a good person, everyone around him has benefited from that. I'm pretty sure even the family has also benefited the same way from him, because he was a very good person and everyone was touched by what happened to him. So they transferred the same energy to all of us to help us through this moment. So I'm really appreciative for every single thing and everyone.
Yeah, and of course, when we were coming up with this, as we call them, the Greatness Awards, and of course we partnered with Nile Special. The first one, of course, being at Rujumba Sevens. You were that first name that came up. We're like, it's a tricky situation for us, because as storytellers, as content creators, you also don't want to use someone's unfortunate situation for your benefit, but then you also want to put yourself in that position because you have a responsibility to tell a story. So the right time was always a trick for us. But I think that the Rujumba Sevens coming around, and the whole concept of the memoir of so many of the other players that passed on, from just starting with Henry Rujumba himself to up to this point, unfortunately, Sydney Gongodio. We just want to shine a light on the people within the game, not necessarily only on the pitch, but around it. And I want to just say that you are a very strong person. Maybe I would, like you said, you discover a different level of strength, but I really want to celebrate you as a person that has been able to endure that, and you're able to still stand, to be able to still smile. I know, and one of the things I'm going to give myself a pat on the back for is that you've not cried throughout this interview. I don't know if you still have tears.
I do.
You
oh my God. Very much so.
But
a little trigger like that, please don't. Let's not.
No. I don't want to make
anything that the tank will flow.
Yeah. I just thank you for even just giving us the opportunity to speak to you. This was supposed to be quite short, but I wanted you to also express yourself. Now, we do have something that we are going to be giving out later, just as a token of appreciation that we see you and we appreciate you. But starting from, before we give you that big thing that's coming a bit later, courtesy of our partners, Nile Special, we also want to give you something small, because we feel like when you also get into things like exercise and workout, they help you feel better when you feel good about yourself. Are you a workout person?
I will be.
You will be.
After this.
Yeah. So, but anyway, you could use it maybe for your son and whatnot. But we have this interesting bag. Many people have been asking for these bags around the 2 days, but we just wanted to give it to you. And of course, I think there are some goodies inside as well. I'll let you check later on. But this is just a starting token, and we definitely want to give you something later so that we can just appreciate you. There is nothing we can ever do that can take away what happened, but to put ourselves in a position to show that thank you for being the person you are to Sydney, and you continue to be to his son and his family, and by extension his friends and the rugby community. That the Fat Cats podcast sees you, that Nile Special sees you, that Ruben and my producer Joel, we all see you. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Nile Special.
Very, very small token. Yeah. Thank you for your time.
I like gifts, so by the way, my birthday is on Friday.
You're an August baby?
Yeah.
I'm an August baby as well, but I close August 31st.
Okay.
So guys, I'm waiting for gifts.
Me too.
Yeah. See you guys. Cheers.